Hi. We'll put Paper Robot over here. Okay. I know.
Do you think Baby Mario feels second-hand embarrassment when Yoshi boots out an egg?
100%. Okay. Goonie rides. I need to get all red coins. There should be one before the pipe. 3 in all here. This is gonna be really silly with the pause menu is gonna keep popping up. Oh, does this count as a chomp rock? The menu, yeah. Well, because it's mapped to D-pad. Okay, that is actually either I have unlocked Chomp Rock or that counts as a Chomp Rock. Like a different thing. Oh, didn't get my my thing. My big jump. Oh, that's weird. Okay, I mean there's other ways up there. Admittedly. Just this one makes the most sense. Oh, no. Didn't get me my big jump. You're supposed to get a big jump after landing on an enemy, right? What happened? Where's my big jumps? Oh, you know what? This guy will give me a big jump. Okay, this way, buddy. Alright, this is gonna be... I don't remember what the intended way is for getting up here. No, this way, buddy, buddy, buddy. No! Saved him. So ideally what we do is we land this guy there. There's the big jump. I guess you just don't get big jumps off Goonies? Oh dear. That's a rough position. Uh-oh. My big jumps! I don't have to go in the thing, but there's a flower there. I don't need flowers, hypothetically. The gloves kind of come off well, actually, like as soon as World 2, they start really going for it. Minigame. Okay, see, this is where I would want to get on top of this guy. Oh. There we go. No. Yoshi, you freak. Look, he's jumping. I'm playing 2 games at once. bubbles. Now that's an idea. There's an idea for you. That would make this a lot easier, wouldn't it? Give me a bubble. Okay, but you don't get big jump. You just get big pop up. But that's still something. Love Bullet Bill. Okay, so the idea here. No. Oh, I didn't get any flutter at all. We're doing a brief foray into Yoshi's Island. Maybe this guy's the one you're supposed to be riding to get up here. A brief foray into Yoshi's Island, because we've got a... No, I slipped. We got an archipelago going on. Ate his wings. Chicken wings. Goonie wings? So, hypothetically... I have but 2 stages left to release all my checks. Oh, look at that. Look at that mean jump they make you do. Like, how are kids supposed to do that? Okay, hang on. I think that's all for this area. Yep, go into room A, and it's helicopter time. Okay, you know in ROM hacks how they make the faces? Look at this. Look at this little face right here. I think this might have been what started it all. Look at this face. Look at this face. All right. There are lots of opportunities to die here. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13. 2 flowers at the end. 13 red coins are what we're actually after. $13 red coins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13. Okay. 1 flower. Don't go down. There we go. Easy. Go over the stars while we're at it. Would love a midway. Alright, so we're sitting at 16 coins. We got 4 in the final section, I'm guessing. I see 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we got all the stars, yeah. Midway. Oh. Don't need to bother with you. Oh, look at you. Oh. That was close. Alright, what else you got for me? What else you gonna throw out? Ow. No, I need that. Mine. Ooh. This is fine. Still got an egg. Still got an egg. There we go. You hear that? That's the sound of we just unlocked World 6. Hi, Fanny Slam. Okay, so there's an archipelago going on. And to be a good community member... Oh, where's the ending? I don't even need to end the level. To be a good community member, I need to beat the game. But everything's all scrambled around. So I've just found all the red coins in World 5.5, which for some reason that nets me access to World 6. And World 6 has Bowser. And Bowser. Gotta beat Bowser to win the game. I don't know if we can beat this level. But I don't need to do anything except beat it. I remember how to beat this level, right? I've beaten this level a dozen times as a kid. Oh, I probably wanted that. But also it's good to just blaze ahead. Because not encountering Kamek following us is good news. Am I gonna be able to do this with 2 eggs? That's really a big question. Okay, we want door number 4. Oh, there's no way. There's no way. Okay, I gotta find door 4 first. Okay, I found it. I found it. I found it. I found it. Am I amazing? I might be a little bit of a gamer. This is why you want door 4. I didn't even know you could time it, but I was able to track it. I was able to track it, and then I was like, maybe if I hit it when it's coming down on the left, and apparently, yeah. Oh, also, auto scrolls are turned off on the areas where it's possible for auto scrolls to turn off. So we get to just blaze through that and go on to the penultimate fight. That is nice. This was such a fun fight. I haven't done this fight in so long. Oh man, I'm glad I picked this game. It's a really good game. I'm surprised by how hard it gets towards the end. Like, just looking at the jumps that they're asking of you, it's like, that's not easy. Oh. I gotta get, oh, the right distance. Ah, see, he hops over it. Or you can either hit him really early or after he does his hop. Like, oh. Let me see if I can get him really early. There we go. Oh, sorry. Well, I didn't. Oh, that works. Geen Donkey. The really thick dark outlines, like crayon drawing dark outlines on everything in this game is so good. It's so good. All right. Dabble is helping from the right side of the screen. And he's going to be pausing the game on and off. Super good art style. Peak SNES. Oh my gosh, the FX chip abuse is pretty ridiculous. All these rotated sprites. That was too low. Okay, yeah, it was too low by a long shot. Aim for his nose. Okay. Aim for his eyes. Oh. Nope. Okay. Too low. Also, what an absolute banger of a track. Middle of the head. Too low. Aim for eyes. That's gonna be too high. The problem is that he keeps moving. Middle of nose. Too high. Too low. Really? Not, no good? Ow. I don't remember how many hits it takes. I've always been bad at these 3D shots. No. Oh, that would have been it. Oh, I need to hit him from like here because it's 3D. I bet a lot more of these would be landing. Oh, he's getting close. High. There we go. Let's check the archipelago. Dobbs has completed their goal. Done. Done. We got it. I'm sure Germdove knows, but... Look, we rescued not the princess, but the stork. What a weird game. And what a delightful little ending melody. The music box book ending, very great, very great. We're not gonna watch the credits, but we will enjoy the music. Wait, this has some really good music, doesn't it? Hi, Day. All right, hang on. I think I gotta fast forward here. There we go. It is. It is. Hey, Imp. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, it's so good. Pretty good. Just finished a community archipelago. I was doing Yoshi's Island. And after many weeks of picking at it, we finally cleared it. I'd never done Yoshi's Island Randomizer. And, ooh, that's a tough nut to crack. Have I ever done any randomizer? I might have done without finishing. No, I did finish. I did one Link to the Past randomizer, like, let's guess 5 years ago. Oh, nice! You've got a Super NT. That's cool. how does that connect to... I don't know a lot about the hardware connections on the NT. That's got to be an interesting setup, FX Pack Pro. Because you've got to have network capabilities. Well, unless you're willing to do a lot of manual finagling, which would suck. Right, that'll let you set up the randomized ROM. But like the Lua, you can play solo ROMs direct. Right. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, the nice slow down, bring the tempo way down for the dramatic. Oh, it's so good. All right, we're gonna put Yoshi's Island away. By beating it, we did release all our checks. Invalid JSON. I love invalid JSON. All right, let me break out the Paper Robot soundtrack web HTML file. There we go. And we don't need the controller plugged in ever again. Ooh. Archipelago. Difficult. Oh man, I was trying to think like, oh, what game could I conceivably beat pretty fast if I don't necessarily have to do all of it? I was like, all right, looking at the list, sure, we'll go Yoshi's Island. And then the thing is, well, you may not have to do all of it, but you're gonna have to do a lot of it, and many parts of it you're gonna have to do multiple times. Get out of here, snowman. Stop looking at me like that. Okay, so we need to talk about the demo. We're gonna make a little change to the old Dimmeroony. All right, there's a new system. I don't know if you guys knew about this. There's a new system in place. Let me throw a few pigs on the battlefield here. Pigs on a farm. Oh, just crashed. Had to make games like that. I think they were set up in a bit of a different way though. But yeah, that's still a huge thing. What just happened? Why did it crash? Anybody else see that? Anybody else get the number of that stack trace? I got nothing. I got nothing. What was that? Is that just start a battle, get a crash? We're just dying on battle start now? Okay. Is it specifically what? Okay, hang on. This is gonna slow us down a bit, perhaps. Okay. Huh. Okay, so the debug menu is failing on Scene Manager Start Battle. Start Battle kicks off the animation, right? Where is it failing? Where is it failing? We play the animation for the gear curtain, and it's when that stops that everything goes off the rails. So it's when the animation completes. So it's our animation callback. Okay, good. We got a breakpoint. Okay, show stats panel. Remove current scene from the tree, and then it fails. Okay, so there's our failing line. So the point of this is that we don't free the scene node. It still very much exists. Remind me to DM you this weekend. Should I, like, this weekend I should remind you? Okay, so current scene is a node. It is a node. Like, I can see that it is an object. It exists. It's the current scene. That makes sense. That is how that's supposed to work. What about get tree root? Is that failing? Because maybe we're hitting a null call there. In which case that would fail. I will try to remember. It is going to be a busy weekend. Okay, tree root. Tree root is valid. Tree root is a valid... Yeah, that's the root node. Okay. So why is treeroot.removeChild failing with an actual crash? Here's a question. Is it because of this particular scene that we're on? It could be. It very well could be. So right now, if we continue, yeah, fails right there. Is it because of this scene? Let's go to this scene. Like, what if the battle system fails because of something with the viewport texture, yada yada? Okay, can I get in a fight? Oh, yes, that works. Okay, so reload. Can I get in a fight via debug? Yes, okay. Oh, no, that's not good. That's not good. Okay, so something is screwed up where if I am in one of these snowy scenes, I can't enter the battle scene because the game crashes because I'm assuming because of the snow shader. Or not the shader, more specifically the snow management code. The snow track handler. No particular reason. Thank you for the Posy party. It's this, right? It's got to be this. Because this gets fired every time we remove a node from the scene. Yeah, look at that. And then, oh, we need to disconnect that node. It's probably this. It's probably this. In fact, if I take this out, if I don't connect these scenes, so what those do is those handle if an actor gets added to the scene, like a partner here, you'll notice that Leon is not leaving tracks on his own. That is because he has not been... We did not listen for him being added to the scene. We removed that signal connection. And so now... Nope, still fails. Okay, cool. Here's an idea. What if I just don't run any of the code? Still fails. Interesting. Okay. Is it because of the snow? What if I just delete the decor from the scene? Is it anything to do with any of the snow? No. Okay. Not the snow. What could it be? Is it the environment? Is it this random node that serves no purpose, but it's a placeholder to remind me to add something later? Okay, let's take out everything except for the geometry. Thank goodness. Okay. Some semblance of sanity here. I would be very surprised if... All right, let's do a binary search. Remove these. Last 4. The things that I think are most likely responsible. All right, the old binary search method. Whoop. All right, we're good. Okay, so it's one of these. So is it one of these? Breakables / gimmicks have been removed. Oops. Doesn't like that. Why does it? Okay, is it the breakables? How about that? Is it the breakables? Oh, I just need to remove that breakpoint. Do the breakables break it? Oh. Oh no. Is it our snowman? Is our snowman crashing the game when we enter a battle? Why? How? What's he doing? What's he doing that's so bad? What? Why? Okay, hang on. Let me look through his stuff. All right, he's got a few preloaded like particle effects. That shouldn't be anything. All right. First thing let's do is let's just return out of... Oh, wait. Wrong scene. Let's just return out of the... ready in the process. 'Cause those are going to be the most likely culprits, right? Okay. So now which one is it? Is it the ready function or the process function? Process isn't really doing much. Still crashes. So it's the return or it's the ready function. We delete something. There's really not much going on here, but let's return in the middle of it. There's really not much here. The snowman's making other things go wonky. Okay, so as long as we return here, we're fine. Is it... Oh, it's this duplicate, I bet. Something is weird about duplicate as a method. This is going to fail when I try to go into a battle. I don't know what it is about the duplicate method, but it seems like it's supposed to do what I want it to do, and then that happens. Huh. It's node.duplicate. Duplicates the node, returns a new node with all its property signals and groups copied from the original. What are the pieces here? Snowman body with arms, snowman head. Do I need to replace these with packed scenes and instantiate instead? That feels bad. It feels bad, but maybe? Okay. Or do I just need to... use the right flags? We'll try this. So the idea is that rather than have every combination of snowman pre-added to the scene, I just copy the body parts around. No good, no good. No good. All right, snowman spawner. You do need some work then. All right, so we're going to replace these with all the appropriate pieces here. So these scenes will be preloaded. Snowman head, snowman hat, snowman body with arms, and snowman body no arms. There we go. Okay, so instead of saying duplicate the piece, we're gonna say instantiate the piece. Hey, Liari. This is now a packed scene. All right. So this is what we used to do to get rid of that. So we're instead going to replace that with placeholder. We're going to do a node 3D and call it placeholder pieces. And that's what we're going to delete at the end of this. Okay. This should be identical in behavior. I hope. Where is this guy? There he is. He's not got his hat. That's not great, but he should still work. Yeah. And more importantly, that was it. Okay. Where does hat go? Did this particular snowman have a hat? He's supposed to have a hat. Oh boy, Posey. Oh, here we go. Is hat. Posey. Posey. Hmm? We have a to-do fix. How to determine if the piece getting hit... Hey! Posey's getting a little bit rambunctious.
Posey, restrain your nosiness.
Just too nosy. Hat instance. Hey. Oh, see, this instantiates the actual hat. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, that should work. Whoop. Hey. Posey. We're trying to sleep. It's mostly cleared up, it seems. She'll occasionally still lick it, but she's doing all right. Okay, seems okay. All right, we fixed the snowman that we didn't even know was broken. We accept this. Checking those changes. Now, what I was about to start saying is what we're actually wanting to work on tonight. Is I've got a new system in the battle handler, and it's not really explained anywhere, and we want to fix that. The problem is it's a pretty particular situation that we need to wind up in. So let's throw a few pickles down. Okay, so in the demo, this can come up, and so we need to be ready for it. Right now, in the existing demo, the only way to fill up your gear meter here is to rest at an inn. Peter. And this is mentioned. This is rest often because it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of power. And that's pretty much it. But I don't really love that as a system. It does one thing I like and one thing I don't like. The thing I don't like is it makes the gear moves too good to use. You'll only ever use them if you know you can get back to an inn before the next big fight. Otherwise, you never want to waste it because the big fight could be around the corner. So that's kind of the bad thing. The good thing that I like is you can't just continually cycle through those moves during a single fight by drawing it out. In Thousand Year Door, star power is something that fills up based on performing moves successfully, but with the addition of stylish moves and everything, you get so much. You get so much star power. They're just handing it out for free. You always have more than you need. At least when you're decent at the game, you do. And that gets you in this system where if you're already good at playing the game, you don't really need the extra star power. So, don't like that. So the system I've got in place says that if you are in a situation where you are missing some gear power, have a good night, Casual. If you're in a situation where you're missing some gear power, then every few turns, like I think every 3 turns it is, you will be offered, let's let this play out, you will be offered, nope, not yet, a chance to get some of the power, some of that gear power, that sweet gear power, built back up with a caveat. No. Bow. Okay. Who's getting it? Nobody's getting it. I need to figure out where that is. So it's a system called the scrap system. And the idea is every once in a while, you're going to be... one of your attacks will be highlighted with a special effect that indicates... Video games is hard. That indicates that that move is currently going to net you a small fraction of gear power back. Potential scrap moves. Okay, so how often does this happen? Oh, I'm using duplicate again. Watch out. That's on an array. Duplicate on an array is apparently fine. Duplicate on a node does some zany stuff, I guess. Recent move list. Oh, is that fine? Amount of moves before scrap recovery. Oh, 5. Oh, I have to actually do 5 attacks first. Well, I'm gonna need a beefier enemy then. What can take a lot of blows? Oh, you know what? Let's do a snail. No, let's do a cave mite. And then none and none. Okay, so I need to actually attack. I just need to make sure I'm not actually hitting. Okay, so that was 2 attacks, 3 attacks, 4 attacks, 5 attacks. Okay, so I think now, because this gets set when does this get set? Player attack menu. Stats, scrap, recovery. That's not listed here. Okay, so now do I have it? No. Well, now I want to know what it is. Hang on. Game manager, stats, scrap, something about scrap. Recovery is 0. Well, okay, that's not good. What's supposed to increment that? That gets incremented if you perform an attack of type attack. Okay. Oh, and scrap recovery has to be turned on. I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're taking that out. And you know what else? I'm taking out this as well. We're going to take out this line about you can only get these moves when... Oh wait, actually that one's correct. The one about max value is correct, actually. Okay, so as long as you have gears and you are doing attacks, then you can get this. Void Heart. Okay, so now if we look at that, yeah, now we've got a value of 1. Okay, so after performing about 5 attacks, now we're talking. So after performing about 5 attacks, you get, oh, what's this? One of my attacks has this little glowy effect on it. And if I select and use this move... Oh, shoot, I killed him. Well, then my gear meter starts to fill up a bit. Okay, and then that takes me back to where I was before, which was in a different battle. I forgot about that. So my gear meter starts to fill up a bit. Now, this is very similar so far to TTYD with a catch. Specifically, when it fills up all the way, you can't use it because it's not a real gear meter gear. It's made of scrap. It doesn't become an actual one until you win a battle. So this solves the issue I had in TTYD, where you could just keep farming points and then just like blow through special moves like nothing. You can fill it up during a fight, but you can't use those salvaged gears for free, not until the battle is over. I'm thinking of adding a module that will allow you to condense the scrap into a usable gear at the cost of a move. Like, you have to spend your turn salvaging the scrap into usable gears. And that way you still can have that as like an option on the table, but it's not the default. So the problem, the whole thing with like the glowy move and one other thing that I'm going to talk about. The problem with that is I need something to actually tell you how that system works. Not the whole system. The nitty-gritty is not important. You just need to know, hey, if you see glowy move and you use it, you will fill up some of your gear meter. So I need to give it a catchy name, maybe Golden Moves. Let's call them Golden Moves, sure. The problem is that Golden Moves are not always going to be strategically advantageous. Sometimes it's going to be a weak move and your only opponent has high defense. And you have to make the choice of, do I use the move anyway, knowing it won't do any damage, or do I skip this opportunity for a golden move? So one thing I need to tutorialize is, hey, here's golden moves and here's what they do. Use them to refill your scrap meter. The second thing I need to, if I can build this system, then I may as well build a second system that just watches for any time when the player or partner's health is low, but not dead, and it's their turn, and you haven't already seen the tutorial, then I need to tell you, hey, oh, this is an opportunity where we could use that recovery move. Give it a try. I would like to do that as well. If we can get those two things, then I think that's everything we need to have the new demo version released. Which is, that's still a lot. It's still a lot. It's still a lot. So the problem is then, all right, so first of all, oh, what? Oh, right. I was like, what? Oh, is it? Hang on. Okay, hopefully that's a little bit better. Oh man, I need to just replace this cable or something. It's, what kind of cable is this? USB type B, not mini, and it's not USB type USB mini B? No, maybe? No, USB, I think that might be USB mini B. Not to be confused with micro. Yeah. Dabble is free. Dabble realized that he never actually had to stand in a line and wait his turn, and he just leaves. You guys want to see something silly about every battle scene in the entire game? None of it's real. None of it. Oh, there he goes. He fell. Is he losing health for this? He's not losing health, interestingly. Anyway, yeah, every battle scene is just a big, long, solid rectangle that's invisible. And then we slap all of this decorative. What if we swap? Crash. Because the actor doesn't technically exist anymore. Okay. So, golden move. Golden move. Here's an idea. Okay. If you have a golden move available, how do I know that you have a golden move available? Okay. We're going to update the cinematic text where we talk about special moves, just to mention golden moves, and maybe have Cat question like, what is, and then just get interrupted, because that would be fun. Secondly, player turn effect change to golden. The little blue aura that surrounds a player when it is their turn to indicate whose turn it is. We're going to say if they have a golden move, then, yeah, do that. I have a suspicion, though, that I was cheating. Because I don't think we actually set that until, yeah, here we go. We set it when the player chooses to attack. So if you're in the battle menu, let's say the counter is high enough. You've done enough moves. We have not actually yet said what the golden move is. If, for instance, you go and say, I'm going to use an item, we still haven't picked a golden move. It's not until you actually load into this menu that we say, boom, move has been chosen, deduct, reset our counter back to 0. This is the official golden move. Are you going to use it or not? And see, that's not great. I get it, but it's not great. The idea is I want it to be possible for it to be the partner that's out or the player. And then what if you switch partners? Oh, well, that's too bad for you. Player attack menu. When we call the player attack menu function, that is when we are setting up right here. Check to see if we're ready for this, for the scrap move, the golden move. So I guess we need to move this. This needs to be changed to be called win. Ooh, and see, then unique moves. The reason I'm doing it here is because this is where I can get the list of moves for the units. Because this is, yeah, this does all of this stuff. Does all of this stuff for us. Gets our unique move names. Then for each move name, do we have any continue happening here? I hope not. No, this does happen on each one, whether or not you can use the move. Okay, so let's move this blob out and say that this happens. Wait, when does this reset back to 0? Line 377, apparently. That's not a good time to do that. Battle events. Ah, okay, that's good, that's good. This says, hey, when you end the turn, remove the golden move and restart the counter after the turn. That makes sense. I understand why we're doing that. So I think I want to do this in battle events. Cycle golden move. This is the first time we're ever going to be internally referring to this as golden moves. Okay. When does this happen? When does the golden move cycling happen? It happens at the beginning of the cycle, right? On, after, yeah. Okay, right there. We're gonna cycle our golden move. For unit in player side units, we want to grab the moves. Let's see here. All side moves. Move names. We don't care about the actual moves, just the names of the moves. So first we need to get all the moves names. So we've got the battle unit. Unit is battle unit. Get module moves. Get module move. Oh shoot, hang on. Okay, that's fine. Get module moves. Yeah, can I jump into battle menus from battle manager? I can. Okay, that's good. That's good. We can share that. We can share that code. Not the prettiest, but we don't have to redo the. We don't have to copy paste a function. Okay, so now we've got our unique list of moves. So, in our current situation with the test move and all, this is going to give us 5 values. Dabble's 2 base moves, Dabble's 1 module-based move, and Cat's 2 moves. Okay, we set it unique. And now we do this block here. Good. That's fine. We can leave that as is. We check against recent moves that have been used. This system intentionally filters out the moves that you have recently used. Is this right? Okay, recent move list is the list of how many moves. The 6 most recent moves that you have used. This could be the same move over and over. It could be every move you have. Okay. We're iterating over the recent moves from the most recent. Oh no, no, this is not the most recent. This is... We're appending these to the end of the list. Oh yeah, we're starting at the end of the list and we're saying plop it. So I think this needs to be if it's greater than 1. Yeah. So this is gonna look at your 6 most recent attacks. And we're gonna filter down, we're gonna start deleting moves out of the available move set until we've got 1 left or until we run out of those 6 recent moves. And this is to intentionally encourage you to use these moves that you have not been using. That's one of the main points of this system, is to reward you for using this move that you haven't been using. Now that is occasionally going to tell you, hey, why don't you use this move that wouldn't be useful in this fight? And that's why you haven't been using it. And that just puts you in kind of a tricky situation of making the call. Like, do I not? Figure it out. Okay, and then that's going to set the scrap move ID, and then we're done. So that's now going to happen at the start of every turn, so we don't have to do this. Good. Let's confirm that that works. Get me into a fight with a cave mite. All right, so now it should have happened. There should now be a move that is established as the golden move. There is, and it's the scanner move from Cat. So if I open Dabble's moves, nothing is golden, but if I look at Cat's moves, boom, there it is. Okay, good. The system is working as we intended. So, what is this? Ah, dang it. This is unnecessary to fix this. And yet, combat main menu, yeah. It's a mesh. I didn't do CSG, are you sure? How weird. All right, well, cool. Make it 16. 1, 2, 3. What? Is this is he scaled? I don't see any scaling oh, gear holder is scaled? No. That's weird. Okay, I mean, I guess it's fine. I can still... just kind of eyeball it. Hey, Slav. There we go. That shadow cutting off is bugging me. It still cuts off, but much further. Okay. Nope, still bugs me. Still bugs me. All right, there we go. Into infinity. Where does it end? Doesn't matter. Okay, so now a move is chosen as golden, but there's no real indicator because it's not your turn, Cat. So you don't have an indication. Time flies. Before you know it, it'll be almost a year. Okay, that's dipping through the ground, but that's just because of the way that things work. Don't worry about it. Yeah, see that? Now we're back. Now we're back. We're so back. One of the moves is going to be golden, yes. So I need to indicate that a player has a golden move ready. How do I do that? Where's this glowy? Where does this glowy come from? The turn indicator. Where does the turn indicator come from? Yeah, you. Where do you come from? Okay, that's it, huh? Okay, and then this just gets set to do something. There we go, right there. Battle manager turn indicator visible. Turn it false and true, and set the position. Boom, right there. We set the position. I mean, you got me there. You got me there. Here's what we're gonna do. Combat menu item has the scrap effect. This is a 2D particle. We would like to create a 3D particle that is basically the same. Golden move indicator. I mean, this should just be. It doesn't need a container, does it? It might. No, just less nodes. Less nodes. It gets really crazy. So draw passes. Can I use the same? I might be able to use the same particle process material. And then the draw pass, I can probably use this same texture, but I won't be able to paste that. Yeah, I won't be able to just paste that into here. I have to attach it to a thing. Oh no, that's not even gonna work. Gotta go all the way down to the albedo, and then I can paste it. I think. Is it emitting? Oh, wait, it is. Just very... Oh yeah, because it's, Okay, so that's the particle process. I need to make that unique. And then everything needs to be like 1/100th. Okay, this is better, perhaps. Let's see the turn indicator for scale. It's giving. They do say that. Oh my gosh, they do. All right, billboard. Yeah, particle billboard. Keep scale. Texture transparency, enable that. Right. You're not going to let me use an atlas, are you? You're not going to let me use an atlas, huh? All right. Any chance? No, it still uses the material. There's no chance, is there? That a CPU particle effect would let me use an atlas. Yeah, you can't use an atlas in a... Alright, alright. So what we'll do is we'll take these gears, these fancy schmancy gears. And we are going to create art. We're going to create single gear. Godot. What is that? Global scene manager. Single gear. Open with. Well, Photoshop. It's got to be Photoshop in this case. I don't know what to tell you. All right, the Photoshop is coming. It's coming. All right. And now open. Now I gotta navigate to it again. Oh, good. Scene manager, single gear. All I want is this gear down here. It's a good gear. I just want to make sure I've got a nice crop. Nice centered crop. That's probably good. Done. Yeah, I'm proud of this one. I think this one turned out really good. Okay, now, golden move indicator. Different material texture. Use this. All right. Shading. No, not shading. Vertex color uses albedo. Is that what we're doing there? Is that it? Come on now. Let's get a little bit more golden, right? Is this throwing it off? Okay, yeah, that is throwing it off. Color curves, base color. So if we replace this with more of a more of a goldish color. Still doesn't look that great. Color ramp. Now is this multiplied? Is that what's going? Oh, you know what? It's shaded, isn't it? That's probably what's going on here. Hang on. Let's back up. Never mind. Let's fast forward. Material. Shading. Unshaded. Oh, that's much better. More of an orangish color. More. Okay, cool. It should be moved. We're gonna change it so it's kind of like emanating. We're gonna have it emanate. So to do that, emission ring axis is going to be the y-axis. Is that not? All right, hang on. This is not super useful. can we change this to 0? There we go. Okay. Okay, so that changes that. That's just that. Mission shape scale looks fine. What's going on here? Yep. Okay, yeah, that's only going in one direction. Is this transformed? No. Now I could transform it, I go. Well, actually, that looks very flat. Oh, do I have Z disabled? Oh, where would that be? That'd be in the process. Particle flags, disable Z. There it is. Haha. Oh, there we go. There we go. I should have known. All right, spawn. The spawn shall be about the same as the ring. Yeah. And we will maybe have the tangential. That looks pretty cool. I need these to be smaller then. Yep. That's cool. Then I need there to be significantly less of these. Acceleration. Tangential is fine. And then I can counteract the tangential by pulling it back in. And then I can gravity it up. Oh, Vortex. Play anything cool lately? I don't play video games anymore, unfortunately. Did I bump the mic? It might be fine. Overall, let's bring the opacity down a bit on this as well. All right, that's cool. That's really cool and neat. Now we just have the emitting flag that we can turn on and off. Oh, and I need to make sure that as we move it, it doesn't move the particles, it just moves the spawn point of them. All right, cool. All right, turn indicator effect. Golden move indicator. Let's go camel case. We did play like 30 minutes of Yoshi's Island at the start of stream because of Community Archipelago that Germdove was running. All right, golden move indicator. Battle menu. No, battle events. So, cycle golden move. How do we know which character's move it is? How do we know which character's move we're getting? I need to change this mess. Move objects. For move name in unit.moves, move objects, we're going to append an object that contains a property called name, which is the move name, and unit index. Unit index, which is a value I. There we go. And then do it again if you're Dabble to grab the module moves. Binding of Isaac, Gungeon, Noida Hybrid. So roguelite, perhaps. We're not going to bother with a distinct array, are we? We are, but we're going to do that here. And here. Okay, so now we've got these move objects. Erase. Ooh. We need to do a filter instead. Did you know? Return a dot name equals the recent move. Okay, and then we've got our selected golden move equals null. Then selected golden move equals move objects dot pick a random one. And then that's going to be selected golden move dot name. Well, I guess we don't have to do that. Okay, and now we need to say enable effect on battlefield. Whew. So this is going to be similar to this thing. What? var. So we're going to take battle manager dot golden move indicator dot global position. Selected unit is going to be battle manager player side units sub index. Okay, so there's our selected unit. Take the actor, global position. And additionally, emitting equals true. Okay, but when does that turn off? It should turn off after that unit uses any move. Well, not any move. It would be nice if we did that though. What do we have for? It's got to be player side turns that we do some kind of after turn, right? Unit turn over. Can more than one character have a golden move? No. Can they keep golden moves through activations if unused? No. If you don't use it, you don't get it. That might be harsh, but the problem would be the whole C rule 1 thing. There's only one golden move active at a time. I don't want you like banking them. It doesn't really hurt anything, but I think it just clutters. It just clutters things a bit. Most recent units have a turn. How are we going to manage? It needs to be as soon as you use the move, as soon as you get awarded the scrap. Right here, right here. Award scrap. Which happens for using a scrap move. Battle manager. Dot. Golden such and such. Golden move indicator. We just turn emitting to false. That's it. I think that's the entirety of it. Start a battle with something with hard defense. Whoop. Oh, I need to turn that back off. Yes, I know that that's gone, but don't worry, it's just temporary. Okay, so now golden move is primed, or at least it should be. So the next turn, boom. Hey, what's this all about? All right, that looks all right. It looks almost all right. There's something I think we need to do still. And that is scale curve. Okay, that's probably good. Yeah, they kind of. Well, you know what? No, I don't love scale curve. I prefer color curve. Alpha curve. Oh, it already does that. Never mind then. Let me make it gentler. Is that Germ Dove? Wow. You went. Congratulations. Hello, Dove. Thank you for the raid. No one can be waiting on me anymore. I'm done for good. It was good to play Yoshi's Island again. Genuinely, though. It's a very fun game. It was quite frustrating to keep finding, like, nope. I got halfway through a level. Oh, good. I beat the entire game with 2 eggs. Which, a lot of the time, is fine. But there are some levels where that's a real problem, and you have to get very creative. Oh, I pulled out an absolute gamer move in Bowser's Castle, though. I didn't even know it was possible, but I just stared at it for a bit and figured it out. The door roulette, you can actually time that. Either you can actually time that, or I got very lucky. Either way. But like I could it took me a few seconds, but you can track the door number 4. I bet I could do that consistently. It wasn't that bad. Double raid, 2 minutes apart. Gamey welcome in. Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? Doing more software and game development. Excellent. Fix some bugs. I love it when bugs are fixed. Now, you are working on a like almost like a fantasy soccer style game, right? I hope I'm not doing that injustice by describing it that way. It looks really slick, I gotta say. Okay, so I should get, yeah, so now we get the golden effect, and it's like, oh, you have a move that is special now. Wow. I don't know what to do with that exactly, but it's fine. Now what's going to be really annoying is that, like, you get a golden move and it's stuck and you can't use it because of mud. Okay, so that's phase 1 done by improving the visual effect. Now we need an in-battle tutorial. Which we can't control when that is going to happen. Winter Beast. Every Mega Man. Oh, we ran into... I was all set to just, like, jump into a battle and test something and show off, like, what we're planning on doing. And then I immediately crashed Godot. Something about duplicating nodes it does not like. And I don't know if I'm just using node duplication wrong, but I just refactored the whole thing and made it packed scenes instead of duplicating existing stuff. It was something else. Okay. So we want to have in our queue of battle events. It's got to be after we cycle golden mode, but before the player side turns. Right in there. Like Blood Bowl for soccer. I don't know much about Blood Bowl. But Gamion, if you want to post a link, I think more people should see what you're working on because it's really cool looking. This is more of a tangent than an actual comparison. But it made me think of Rocket League. Rocket League was, I played it some with a friend for a while. I never got any good. I was nice and comfortably set in the zone where, you know what? I'm not very good at this, but I'm having a nice time. Yeah, Germdove got beyond that to where he was good and was not having a good time. That's the scary thing when you cross that threshold into I'm good, and I'm not enjoying this anymore. The sweet spot. As soon as you're not enjoying a video game anymore because you're too good at it, that's exactly where you want to be at all times. Anyway, let's load up Mario Maker. Oh man. Wanted to get better without working for it. That's a tricky one right there. I would hate to put this in the code for every battle, but I'm not sure of a better way to do this. So here's our conundrum. I have a specific case that I'm looking for, but I don't want to force the player into it by cheating. Thousand Year Door explains special moves with battles. Like they do a tutorial battle basically, where it's fully scripted. It's all right. You're gonna fight. You're gonna use this move. You're gonna use that move, and then I'm gonna highlight the UI and show you. Look at this. Look at this. This means that. And that's great. That's fine. I feel like I don't want to keep throwing very overt tutorials at the player. I know it's an RPG, and there's going to be some stuff that people aren't used to. That's fine. The people that are the target audience for this game have been playing this genre for a long time, and they know how it works. You can put them in front of Bug Fables, and they'll get it. Or the Ever After game that came out. I don't want to keep throwing tutorials at the player during the prologue, but I do need to at least explain, hey, wait a second, either you don't know this micro-genre, in which case you need this information, or you're very familiar with Thousand Year Door, in which case I need to point out that this works differently than what you might think. But I don't want to do it with like a big tutorial fight. I want it to just, at the first natural battle that you get into where a certain condition is met, I want to just have the partner explain like, oh, that's cool, look at that. I guess that's that thing that he was talking about. We can use that to do blah, 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 blah. So we need to watch for that, which is very annoying. Final Fantasy IX. I definitely played Final Fantasy IX. Look, Final Fantasy VI was the last one I played. Unless you count Crystal Chronicles, which I bet you don't. Or Kingdom Hearts. Watching all the Vaza stream, had a thought. Can we get a penguin with a mustache in Iceberg? Penguin with a mustache. I think that's not out of the question. A big bushy mustache, too. We absolutely need a penguin with a mustache. Well, every town has a shopkeeper, right? And they've all got this. Look at this guy. This guy would look great with a mustache. This guy would look great with a mustache. This guy, believe it or not, mustache. I think maybe all the shopkeepers need to have the exact same little fuzzy mustache. And so even the penguin gets a nice lip warmer. I think that's completely doable. And then when the game comes out, like in 2028 or 2029, and you get to Iceberg and you see the shopkeeper, you could be like, I did that. I made that happen. You see that mustache right there? It's my impact on this game. No, big fuzzy mustache for shopkeeper penguin sounds really good. All right. In-battle tutorial for the scrap system for recovering special move power. I am glad you're enjoying the VODs. It is nice. For a while, I was thinking like, do I really want to keep pushing out the stream VODs? I'm only really doing it because I'm a bit of a digital pack rat, and I'm like, I need this to still exist on some computer somewhere, or it's like I never did it. But it is nice that it is actually getting some use. It's not a lot of trouble to do or anything. Okay, so what are the conditions? Conditions. Golden move is active. Okay, that's easy enough. Partner HP above 0. Partner needs to be doing the talking. Oh, geez. I really got to be careful, because what if someone really, like, finds a way to keep this condition from ever being met all the way up into some weird battle that's got a gimmick that causes the whole thing to come crashing down. I have to be really careful about this. All right, so we need to have specifically the current partner. Well, hang on. Cat is current partner. Yeah, seriously. Okay. Haven't received this tutorial yet. And that's it, I think. That's what we need to watch for. Golden move is active. Cat's the current partner. And she has HP. She's not dead. And you haven't already received this tutorial. Which, this should all happen within the first 2 fights. Normally think of in the metal battle. Well, it's a brand new system for the player to encounter. It's not like a combat tutorial. It's a quick... I'm going to quickly point out something to the player that has just been turned on in the game. I'm like slowly ramping up the complexity of fights throughout the prologue and chapter 1. Like the early prologue is just like, here's a tutorial fight. You can't lose it. Like, if your HP gets low, the enemy flat out stops attacking, and it should be impossible for your HP to get that low, but just in case. So the new system is going to be how you recharge the special meter, which you spend these special gear points up at the top on very powerful, flashy moves. But the idea is that you start the game with none, and then I enable the use of them about halfway through the more than halfway through the prologue. Let's say about 70% through the prologue, maybe 80%. You get that enabled. So by this time, you've had a tutorial fight, and then up to 4 other fights. Minimum 1 fight that's required. 3 optional fights that can be skipped, and then the very beginning tutorial fight at the start of the game. So you've done 2 to 5 battles without this, and all you've had is like regular attacks. And then you get to a certain part of the game, and we enable the special attack menu. And you're only going to have 1 special attack at the beginning of the game, and it costs your entire gear meter. You start with 1 gear. And once you use it, it's gone until you rest at an inn, or this other new system that happens occasionally during battles, but not all the time. And so that system happens on average every third turn. It kind of kicks in. I need to make sure that I point out to the player when that happens for the first time ever and tell them, hey, here's that thing that was mentioned in passing earlier. That is a way that we can charge up the gear meter when it's low so that we can use special moves. That's it. I'm also considering having another, hey, look at this, for when your health drops below a certain threshold. When either Cat or Dabble's health drops below a certain threshold, and you've not already used a special meter, forces the NPC to remind the player about it. Don't forget. Part of me does want to make sure that the player's like, hey, you've got this super cool move that could heal us. You want to use that this round? That'd be great if you could use that. I mean, I'm not your dad, but oh man, look at almost got the perfect one. Oh, that's an idea for an achievement. Maybe all the special moves need a add that to the list. Battle science, milestone, progress. Not really a milestone, more of a skill. Perfect special move execution. One of them I'm not sure is possible to do it perfectly, but the first two definitely are. Okay. Battle events. We're getting close to the end of the stream. I don't want to go too late tonight, so we should keep that in mind. GQ is on. Probably not for long. Okay. Anyway. It's going to be... I don't want to force the player down to 1 HP. I think what we're going to do is watch for the player getting low on HP. And in that case, give them the reminder like, hey, you've got that move. Now might be a good time to use it. FYI. And then that's that. Just a gentle nudging. So let's see. Let's call that. Okay. So we're going to do that right here. After we cycle golden mode, but before the player's turn actually starts. Either of the player or partner, like the whole side. So we're gonna have. We're not gonna let both of those be used at once. I'm gonna say that special move takes priority. So we're gonna say check a status flag. What's the latest we're gonna let you use that move? Like, if you make it past the first chapter and you still haven't used that move, I'm not gonna bother pointing it out. I'm not gonna bother pointing it out that late. Okay, snail boss. Set flag. There we go. So yeah, that's the one. If the value is 1. Done with that. Done with that. Battle events. Okay. So make sure that we're still in chapter 1 at the latest. That's the first thing. Next up, check. If any. Ooh, well, player side units could include a scarecrow. So we're gonna look for a unit with a max HP of at least 10 and current HP less than or equal to 5. All right, so if you've got low HP and you are a regular party member, next check. Tutorial. Recovery. Okay, so you haven't gotten the tutorial yet. Then set the state flag to 1 and do conversation. That one's gonna be... here we go. Do conversation. Oh, and cat needs to be alive. That is game manager dot stats dot current partner index equals 0. Is cat alive? Is stats partner HP sub 0 dot current is greater than 0. All right, so how am I gonna? All right, how do I get the conversation to show up, pointing to cat specifically? Actually, this can be tossed out by saying, like, if this condition is not true, just fall out completely. And then we can get cat actor by saying grab the player side unit, filter it to unit type equals enemy directory partners 0. That should be cat. All right, let's just say test. Let's just have cat say test in a fight. Can we get that? Can we get that before ending our fight, ending our night? Set Davil's HP to 4. Defend, defend. Okay, so after this, we should have cat say test. She did not say test. Let's check this. All right. So, what do we got here? Is cat alive? Yes. Is cat the current partner? Yes. True and true. Oh. Oh wait, no, that's good. That'll skip that. Okay, cat actor. We got her. Get state flag. Oh, snail boss. The game. Yeah, I did specify some stats with the snail boss because I wanted to specify that I'd already beaten the snail boss. I've got it set up so that if I load the game locally, it sets a bunch of stat flags. So I don't have to keep doing things. Okay. Cat, why didn't you say test? That is true and that is true as far as I can tell. Okay. We jump into here. Yes. Is there a unit with a max value of at least 10 and current value less than or equal to 5? Yes. It says no. What? All right, prove it, smart guy. Player side units. There's 2 objects there. HP. Current is 4, which is less than or equal to 5. Max value is 10, which is greater than or equal to 10. Therefore, that is at least 1. Dang it. I'm bitten by the lambda format. You have to say return. I'm so used to like C# and JavaScript. That's bitten me a couple of times. I'll admit it. That's just how Python be though. Okay. Say test. Say test, cat. Now what? Now what? Well, now we're not even landing in here, huh? Because of what? Whoop. Did it already do this, maybe? All right, let's restart. Kick her HP down. Boom. Okay, yeah, it's here. Okay, so we hit this, but this didn't do anything. Oh. Because that's a bind for some reason. Why is that a bind? Ah, because earlier I was appending it to an array. What array was I appending it to? Because that's kind of important. An announcement queue. I guess I just want to append it to the action queue here. Append this as an array. This feels silly. Seriously nested. But this is the system we've built for ourselves, so here we are. Oh. 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 Cat actor is the unit dot actor. Okay, this should be it. I'll get the details off stream at some point on telling it, okay, now say something actually useful. Who are you pointing at? Who do you think that is? Like, genuinely curious. Genuinely curious. What is going on here? Battle, camera, position. Oh, there's no way I can change that, huh? Battle camera handler. Who are you pointing at? That's super weird. But okay, we got it to at least do a text and then battle comes back. We'll take it. We'll take it. All right. Where are we going? Tomodachi Life. I mean, that does seem to be the place to be. GQ's really pulling in the views. GQ and Richard are talking about Jack Nicholson. Shyly on the pier. Perfect. I got ads, but we're gonna go for a raid. Raiden GameCube. He did a paper robot doodle today, which I appreciated. All right, I've got to make some notes on my to-do list. That's a good phrase, honestly. Fake podcast. Oh, okay. Ugh. Thought she was talking about DreamWorks dummies. Everyone, have a wonderful night. I will be back on Sunday. I know we didn't do much Chapter 4 stuff tonight, except for fixing the snowman. But the demo stuff is important. I need to get the demo refreshed. It's got some new features. It's got some new content. And I just need to get that out there and tested. And I don't know, I guess after that, push towards a Chapter 2 test version. I kind of want to hold off so that people can get the full experience. I don't know. We'll plan that out at some point. Good night, everybody. Have a good weekend.